Listen, y'all gotta forgive me. I just woke up. Okay, this is a lot. Alright, so bear with me. First, give glory and honor. First, do the great I am. The great I am's love. The great I am's Holy Spirit. Thank you. Love you. Okay, listen. There's a lot going on here. Um, we'll just use initials so ain't nobody bothering nobody. Okay. N J fuck it. For whatever reason. Yeah. But it was other people were put in. But it should be for you. As far as the one that y'all working the same job, right? As far as the one that I guess has something to do with math, I don't know, but apparently they know that you're better at something, and they kind of talk to y'all both about like how good y'all doing or whatever. But one of you can be like I've always known it, but you want to stay and protect. But yeah, you are supposed to be. Well, I don't know if you decided or not, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Other one, you know, um, I'm not sure. It's like I ain't know. I don't do all this reading and all that. Like, this ain't that. This is just more of okay. There's a crossroad in choices, I guess. And maybe you asked what you should do, or like in your heart you asked what you should do. I'm not sure, but yeah. So here's what happens to the other one if another choice is made. Okay. Yeah, I know it sounds like all over the place and ranting or whatever, but if it's for you, you'll understand it. So it'll be very clear. And to be honest, what I was getting is you should take the promotion. They're gonna be all right. But anyway, um, and the other one is like, okay, if you choose this other path, let me just finish it, okay? Something to do with the bathrooms. You suppose you had a key um, that the person that's over y'all gave you. Other people came in, talked about how proud they was of y'all, and so on and so forth. Okay, for whatever reason, you stopped, left. To make a long story short, there was a tree. It was almost like half naked. You had to get a bike. Like the people was called on you. They even came out, the homeowner. you came out and like you had to take off on the bike or whatever down the street. Excuse me. Anyway, don't leave. Go ahead and do whatever they was talking about in the bathroom. But again, it's your choice. Or if it's already happened, well. But anyway, just in case you was just trying to figure some stuff out. If you know, you know. But anyway, yeah. Now as far as the as mix, tea, not sure. Okay. That's right. I almost forgot. Maybe you was there to help with something. So either way you understand it, but we mixed the new place with the roof. Something to do with the roof. Something in the top of the roof and that new tile slash whatever that is, lights or whatever. I don't know what it is, but yes, it's like tile, like that soft stuff. And then up under it, there's something to where you can take one of those little long poles with the cutter thing on it, and you can just slice straight through it. And there's some kind of wetness under it. I mean, in it or whatever. So I don't know what that's about, but if y'all do, look into that. There was more to it, but I think that was the most important part of it, I guess. And yeah, the big thing is, y'all know how they saying in these days, like, we should prepare for this, that, and the third. Be ready to stock up on food and water and weapons and boarding your windows and all this whole stuff. Okay. Here's the kicker. Listen, I'm just trying to help. I know what it sounds like, I know what it looks like, but considering the times we're in, really? But anyway, I digress. I will continue. Okay. First of all, it's spiritual. Right. The food you should be stocking up on. Well, you remember in the word it says about the bread, you know who the bread represents. Then there's manna. Right. All that is connected. That is the food you should be stocking up on. Which is working on your relationship so that you can get what you need to get from the great I am's love. That's the food you should be eating. It's the manna in the bread. And the manna is stuff like this, right? That's the food you should be stocking up on. That's why you shouldn't fear. But anyway, I will continue. I will continue. The water you should be stocking up on. See, if you ain't stay long enough, this is what you miss. Since everything crazy, this is the important part. So you just, if you didn't stay long enough, this is what you miss. So whoever has might want to spread the word because they missed the meat, more food. But anyway, let me stop saying but because that of what that because of what that means. But I'll continue. Okay, the water we're supposed to be stocking up on. Spiritually, what is water connected to? Right. I already gave you the answer. It's like an open book test. The spiritual, the Holy Spirit. And if you're working on your relationship, now you can test spirit by spirit. So whenever all these other people start coming out and so on and so forth, or other texts and so on and so forth, you can confirm or deny whatever you're taking in. That water, right? Whatever you're consuming. Okay. The weapon is the word. Of course. Everybody's not hearing Christian rap and you know, the people who are really into the word. I tell you that's their weapon, right? Those are the weapons you should be stocking up on. The scriptures, the word. Now, I myself asked for it to be put in my heart, but you have to have a relationship first anyway. So either way, there was purpose in the way I did it. So, or the way I do it. So it's not for everyone. But I continue. Okay, stop saying but. I'm gonna have to fix that. But anyway. Okay. And the boarding of your windows, well, we know the windows is the eyes to the soul, right? Now, if y'all paid attention to the other one, I told you. Yeah, they don't want y'all to know about this one. But anyway, that's the most I can do. The stuff with the food. If you know, you know. But anyway, okay. So, basically, you know how the restaurant is actually like one of them trains that maybe sit, I guess. They turned it to a restaurant. But anyway, and how they're getting here, windows, eyes to the soul, the imps, whatever. If you're trying to take the right route or you're easily accessed, try this, and that's for the ones who are closer to them because they, yeah, we talked about that too. What you're gonna have to do is contacts. Yeah, it's gonna have to be the color. So if you don't want to do all the different, just the same color. Something to do with the, if it was regular, the ones with the color on it is because of the color, the light, and the refractors, and let's just put it this way: they can't. It's like boarding up your windows, right? It's up to you. You don't have to. But if you were one of those who would have boarded up your windows to keep people out, that's what you're gonna have to do. So, I don't want this to be too long. You know how I do it. There's more, but that's enough. Love. Happy manifest.